Hi, this is your monthly dose of me. So it hit us like a ton of bricks. No, in fact, more like a ton of Twinkies. The long awaited Zeurel pilot, Monkey Wrench, the Ghost Egg. After years of hard work and hand cramp risk, to bring us something that probably won't get picked up by one of the major studios or networks. Because hey, the big shots hate these types of cartoons. What do I mean by that? Well, it's Zeurel after all, and even though this guy deserves an hours-long video really going into depth why he's so important to the internet animation community, you're just gonna have to put up with a minutes-long video. So let me give you some context, or better yet, the brief lowdown. Real name, Josh Palmer. He's the best kind of content creator, where you know more about what they do than who they are. He's a YouTuber, newsgrounder, online American animator, with his most popular YouTube video being Team Fortress 2 Savage, and his least most popular Monkey Wrench pilot, animation, and background. Along with uploading 2 reanimated collabs that instantly make him the top dog. And how can you not love Memshipa? And while we all know there's plenty of online animators who have the distinction of standing out, Zeurel has the ultimate distinction standing out from them. Because while his substance is something, his style is obviously something else. Think like many of the most amazing animators, but his brand is more like stretch and squash on crack. It's pure cartoonist-driven cartoon. Of course a staple in the 90s, and also the late 80s come to think of it. But probably the most impressive thing from this man is how he somehow matches the work of the legendary Warner Brothers animator Bob Clampett. The artist who said, well, probably thought, Christ, let's just let those cartoon characters go fucking crazy. It gave us some of the best accomplishments of American cartoon history, including the crowning achievement on a crowning achievement of the Great Piggyback Robbery. I mean, this was the guy who defined Daffy and Bugs. And while his off-the-wall directing is up for question whether Josh was actually inspired by him, you can definitely see how both of their personal trademarks collide, to the point where you can never mistake his stuff for anything else in a collab. I mean, the guy animates people's sudden breaths in between words. Probably the most noticeable resemblance is the whole never draw the same face twice, that also went on to inspire a certain other animator that will not be named. It's that kind of creative philosophy that actually encourages you to pause the screen whenever you can. Think of it like an anti-never pause a Disney movie meme. I mean, seeing some of this stuff, it's almost like watching what it would be like if Tails was in Clampett's time. I mean, they just feel alive. And just to think, even though these two fellas lived in very different times, a big difference in technology, they still capture the same quality. Zeurel also captures the relevance to his generation like the way Clampett did, with his renditions of pop culture and the way he can animate to Let's Players. One of the videos he made about a decade ago that had potential to be a show was the Adventure Babies pilot. And even though that unfortunately didn't become anything, you can see the effort there is to serialize his characters. Now with a new show starring his OCs, well, I think they're his OCs, just finned and picked up, brought to you with the help of additional animators, and even a grander story with world building. Along with his character designs with the voice acting, it's superb. I mean, I know he draws the animation around the voices, but it kind of feels like the VAs are giving their performance around the animation. The whole thing is everything that Adult Swim and Netflix isn't. I know he said he's being commissioned to do stuff for them, but I don't think they could or want to pull off a series like this. Could be too much for them. I mean, it was these guys who brought us this crap. And even though I do feel that I'm now killing the Buzz and the Buzz's family, I do really hope he can get more out of this, even if it's just in episode 2. Because he's really the only guy who's holding the flag for what animation can and should be. And that's why he deserves all the support. Because, hell, that wackiness and that Kirby porn won't draw itself. Remember, he's got a Patreon. So if you haven't seen it, check out Monkey Wrench. It'll make you think about ghost eggs in a completely different way. I hope this didn't sound too much like a video essay.